Hey guys, how's it going? Today we're going to look at the ThinkPad X1 Yoga by Lenovo, and this notebook is meant to replace my ThinkPad Yoga 14, which I reviewed before. Now this one's slightly different. I mean, basically they are the same. They look similar. They are both convertible. They're both meant to be portable. They're both meant to be really all-around, all-purpose laptops that are slim, convertible, and you can use it as a tablet or stand if you really need to. But the difference with the X1 Yoga, I'll show you guys. So first of all, this notebook is a lot lighter. So my ThinkPad Yoga 14 was about, I would say about 4.2 pounds, around there. This one's only 2.8 pounds, which is really impressive. Like they shaved it off by more than 1 pound, and that really makes a big difference. Like I can actually, walk around with this fairly easily. If I was like traveling to a boardroom or something for a meeting, for business purposes, this is a business notebook, after all, the ThinkPad moniker. But you can also use it for regular stuff as well. Like if I'm carrying it to my friend's house or taking it somewhere, traveling or whatever, it's really, really good notebook for that. So as an ultra portable, as an ultra book, this is pretty good, pretty nice. 2.8 pounds is nice. While having the same size screen, it's 14-inch screen as well. It's really nice. And yeah, it's really, really slim, as you can tell. I think it's slightly slimmer than my ThinkPad Yoga was. Yeah, slightly slimmer than my ThinkPad Yoga was, but the weight has been reduced by a lot, and I think that's because they use carbon fiber. Okay, let's take a look at the ports here. So on the side here, you get a pen, which is something they don't give you in the ThinkPad Yoga 14. This is something that comes with the X1 Yoga though. This is a digitized pen you can use to draw on it. For you artists out there, I'm not particularly an artist, but for you artists out there who need that pen, then that's really, really useful that they include it. And then the power button right here on the side. Then you got the volume up and down. Then you get the headphone jack. You get a USB 3 port, another USB 3 port, full-size HDMI right there. So on the right side, that's what you have. On the left side, you get the AC adapter port. This is standard for all ThinkPads, by the way. So if you have another ThinkPad, I can just use my old ThinkPad charger. It's all standard charging ports. This is, what is this? Oh yeah, this is the one ThinkPad dock. This is the docking connector. I think it's the ThinkPad Dock Plus or something, or ThinkPad Plus Dock, something like that. Then we got mini display port and another, come on, focus. Okay, there we go. We got a mini display port there and another USB 3 port. No USB-C, sorry guys. No micro SD card slot. I'm a little bit disappointed by that. What's with removing the micro SD slots on a lot of these laptops? First my Alienware, now the ThinkPad. I have no idea. But for most of the time, for most of you guys, I think those ports are fairly standard. Yeah, but no USB-C, no Thunderbolt, no micro SD or SD card slot is kind of disappointing. But otherwise, I'll show you the rest of the notebook because it really is it's really nice. This touchpad here has been reverted. So as you guys remember, on my Lenovo ThinkPad X240, this touchpad was all one button basically. They didn't have the physical buttons up here for clicking left and right. It was just all one touchpad. But in this iteration, I guess starting from 2015, last year, they changed it back. They reverted back to the physical buttons, which is nice. A lot of traditional people like to have the physical buttons instead. You can make less errors. It's more less error prone. Let's just say that, less error prone than just using one huge touchpad click. I found that the only company that does the one touchpad clicking well is Apple, and Apple has probably the best touchpad in the business. So I advise other people not to really compete with that and just use physical buttons instead, because I think it's better. Oh wait, we have a fingerprint sensor here, which is nice to have. My ThinkPad Yoga 14 didn't have that, but my X240 did. But this comes standard. You don't have to pay extra for this. This comes standard, which is nice. Normal backlit keyboard. You have the really, really awesome, fully tested ThinkPad keyboard here. you know, which a lot of people have really liked for years, and I think still today it is the best keyboard on a PC you will find, just because the travel and everything is really, really good. Just all around amazing keyboard. Plus you got the track point. You can use the track point to yep. So if you don't want your hands to leave the keyboard while using the mouse, then you can use this track point here. So that's what that's for. Some people have wondered what this is for, because this only appears usually on business notebooks, but that's what it's for. You don't want your hands to leave the keyboard and you just want to move the cursor around, then you have the track point right here, and this is the scrolling button in the middle here, up and down scroll. And for most people, I think they'll still use the touchpad because that's what they're used to. Specs wise, this comes with a Core i7. Doesn't come with any dedicated graphics card, unfortunately. That was one of the great feature points of the ThinkPad Yoga 14. It came with a GeForce 840M. This one does not, just comes with regular Intel HD graphics, unfortunately. So no dedicated graphics, but still Core i7. You can get up to 16 gigs of RAM on this, and of course SSD. I've come with the standard 256 gig SSD on this. The main feature of this one, I think, is the OLED display. Yes, this display is OLED, and is one of the only laptops on the market with the OLED display. The other ones being the HP Spectre X360 and the Alienware 13. Those are the only other laptops on the OLED display. Now, this is the only, I think this is one of the best displays you can get on the market right now. I don't know why other PC makers haven't made OLED displays very common. Maybe it's just manufacturing kind of bottleneck. But right now, there's only 13-inch, 14-inch laptops with the OLED display. I really would have loved to see the Alienware 15 that I have with the OLED display. But yeah, right now the ThinkPad X1 Yoga is one of the only laptops with this beautiful, gorgeous display. It's actually it's a very, very high resolution display. This is a 1440p display, which is about the same as the MacBook Retina 15. So yeah, it's very, very high resolution, higher than Full HD. So whatever you watch with this laptop, make sure that you get a really high resolution video file or pictures, because otherwise you won't be taking advantage of this screen. It is extremely high resolution, and it's probably the highest resolution screen I have actually. All my other laptops are just Full HD, but this is 1440p, which is, you know, 2560 by 1440. You know, you can that's a lot of pixels. You can do the math on that. All right, anyways, I want to show you guys the real benefits of the OLED screen. So I want to play you guys some video. All right, guys, so I just logged in, and maybe you can't see well from the camera, but this laptop is incredible. Like, you have to see it in person to really get the idea of how different this OLED display is. Now, the benefit of OLED is that the contrast ratio is massive. It's like 1,000,000 to 1, basically. Usually, you know, you don't have any screens come close to that with the IPS or TN panel, but with the OLED panel, I mean, this contrast is amazing. And the blacks are just so deep, so black. You have to be there in person to actually see it. I don't think you can see very well from the camera, but the blacks are just so deep and black. Like, it's incredible. You have to experience it in person to know what I'm talking about. Like I said, this is only one of only 3 laptops that I know of that have OLED display. The other ones are the HP Spectre and the Alienware 13. But if you get a chance, really take a look at one of these OLED displays. They don't make any OLED monitors either. Might be manufacturing bottlenecks as well, but yeah, it's just very hard to get a hold of OLED panels these days. You have the OLED 4K TVs, which are really, really expensive, or you have these one of these few laptops with the OLED displays. That's pretty much it. I don't know any monitors that have it. Of course, this is a touchscreen as well. It has to be because it's a convertible, so you can flip it around like this, and you'll convert it into like the tablet mode and stuff. But yeah, this is the stand mode right here. You can also flip it all the way back into tablet mode. Although this mode is not as good because it's 2.8 pounds is really light, but it's still heavy for a tablet. So I don't think you would use the tablet mode that often. But it is there. if you do want to, you know, sit on the couch, you can just put up your legs and then put the into tablet mode and rest it on your legs and stuff and watch it. I think that's fine. And stand mode, you know, it's good for presentations. So yeah, the fact that it's convertible is pretty nice. Of course, you can do a lot more with it. And touchscreen, you can also use the digitizer, the pen, for more precise inputs, like clicking those small buttons and stuff. I think the pen is pretty nice as well. Sometimes you just don't have as good accuracy with your fingertips. Anyways, I want to show you guys a video now that has a lot of blacks in contrast, so you guys maybe can see a difference. I'm not sure how clear it can be on the camera. Show you guys. Okay, a YouTube video. And for comparison, I have my Dell Latitude 7370 right here. Also very, very portable laptop. Already you can see the screen is... Anyways, I set it for maximum brightness on both these laptops. And yeah, it looks a little bit different just right off the bat. I think it's because the color reproduction might be different. But that's the benefit of the OLED panel, you know. And the Dell Latitude is using just a standard IPS panel. Alright, I'm going to start off both these videos. I'm going to have to mute the audio for copyright reasons, but yeah, just so you guys can see the difference in the video. It's a Justin Timberlake song. Both these, and this music video uses a lot of blacks in it, black and white, so that's why I chose this music video. Anyways, you can tell the OLED panel versus the IPS panel that the Dell Latitude has. Very different. I can tell my OLED panels has a little bit of glare on it. Might be hard to tell. Let's see if we can. Yeah, that may be better. You guys don't see the glare on that as much. Anyways, yeah, maybe you can't tell that well because I'm using a camera, but in person, the OLED display, definitely the blacks do stand out a little bit more on that. But you guys can tell already that the screen color calibrations are very different. The color reproduction is very different. I mean, yeah, just from the camera, I can see that the two almost look like they have a different color palette from each other, which is interesting. Alright, anyways, that's the ThinkPad Yoga X1 ThinkPad Yoga, which is a really nice laptop. And you can compare it to the Dell Latitude as well. They're both business notebooks, both very, very portable. You can tell the size difference between the two. Yeah, actually this is to be expected because the Dell Latitude has only like 11-inch chassis because it has an infinity edge display, a bezel-less, almost bezel-less display, whereas this one is still a 14-inch laptop. They're around the same weight though, surprisingly. The X1 Yoga is about 0.3 pounds more, but it's not that big of a difference. I mean, they're both really, really light, thin laptops. Yeah, they're both really, really light and thin. The Dell has USB-C and a micro SD card slot, which is useful. The X1 Yoga does not, but the X1 Yoga has a better screen, OLED screen, and it's bigger. It's 14 inches. But yeah, otherwise they're both pretty good laptops. Dell Latitude 7370, and and of course the ThinkPad Yoga X1 Yoga is convertible and has a touchscreen, so that's also very different. So yeah, guys, that's the ThinkPad X1 Yoga. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I wish I could show you guys truly what the OLED screen looks like, but you have to see it in person. I don't think I can show it on my camera very well. But yeah, this one is pretty expensive, although you can probably find it much cheaper refurbished or used. But I think brand new you can get it for 1600, 1700, 1800. Pretty expensive. The Latitude brand new you can also find around that price, but I found it used or refurbished on eBay for around 600 or 700. Much cheaper. But yeah, both of these are really good laptops for traveling, very portable. If you want the best screen, if you want a convertible, if you want a touch screen, go for the X1 Yoga. If you want just the normal, everyday, good, reliable business laptop, the Latitude is perfectly fine. Note that this also comes with a Core M processor, which is definitely not as powerful as the Core i7 in this one. This one is far more powerful. So depends on what you want. So yeah guys, that's the ThinkPad X1 Yoga, and you can find it on discount on the Lenovo website, although right now they don't have the OLED model anymore for some reason. I'm not sure why. But you can keep checking back and trying to take a look. Maybe they have it in stock again. But yeah, if you guys like my videos, please subscribe, like my videos, and leave me your comments. And thanks for watching.